it's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and it's time to de-kit my Victoria's Moon painting. So because I am doing the Heaven and Earth Designs image using my spare diamonds, this is sort of going to be split into two different parts. So I have marked down everything that is in my Heaven and Earth Designs painting. So I'm going to do that in the second half of this de-kitting. But the first part I'm going to follow is for any diamonds that aren't in my Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm going to do that as I would do that for all numbers. So it's sort of a taster of what all of it would be if it wasn't for my Heaven and Earth Designs. So I'm just going to move these sort of bags to the side so I can sort of see and check, because some of them I do still have some diamonds in. But we're going to start with, of course, the first row, so 154. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go into my little box to 154. I've got a baggie with Ever Moment 154s in, and this isn't an Ever Moment painting, so they're going to stay there. And then I've got them in round and I've got them in square. Now I've got to the point now where I don't really vary them up according to the I keep Ever Moment separate, but apart from that I don't really check how close the colour is. I just throw them in a bag, because I'm either using them for a Heaven and Earth Designs painting, like I am primarily doing, and for that I'm making sure that I choose images that the shades of the colour don't really matter, or I'll be using them because I've run out, and in which case I can figure out which shade looks better as I'm doing the painting. And then the next one is 208. So let's see, do we have a 208? We do, and this has already got two different shades of it in, but I'm just going to tip that into the rest, and I'm keeping half an eye to see whether I have any that are still in bags as well. But for 208 I only have other square ones. And then now the 310 is one that is in my Heaven and Earth Designs. However, because of the amount of bags I have of 310, I haven't actually moved them into my Heaven and Earth Designs a lot. So I'm actually having a look now, and there is already so many bags in there that are full, and I've got all of this here. Now I am going to move this into one of my smaller bags, because I do find that they are a lot easier to deal with, but it does look like I need to label another one up, because I have a lot of spares from this painting. So that's all that big bag split in, and then we're going to throw in these as well. See, look, it practically takes a bag just from that one painting. And then I do end up doing another sticker. Now the reason for that, and somebody has asked me why it is that I do another sticker, and the main reason for that, oh, and I've written the wrong number, it's 310 and then -S. So it's partly because I put the -S on to show that it's square, but it's also because I do find that they stick nicer when they're fresh stickers. These stickers are great in the fact that you can peel them off these tubs, but I do find when I then go and try and stick it on a bag, it can end up sort of where my fingernail's gone underneath, it can end up lifting up a little bit, and then if it starts lifting up and sticking to the next bag, you just have a whole host of problems that I don't want. So I do create a new sticker for that reason. So that's that section done, and say the rest of them that are still here are getting left because they're my Heaven and Earth Designs. So then we've got 355. Do I go that far? No, we need to go down here. 355. So I have round, I have spare bags, and then I have a baggie for squares. Do we have any 355? Don't think so. So let's pop those in. And then I just pop them all together and pop them back in with the rest. And every now and then I just give it a little shuffle up, and sometimes they move to my second box. And then the next one is 413. That's 414. 413. I'll just pull out the squares bag, of which I have a few. There we go, that's 413. Pop them back in, and then we'll take a little bit of a jump to 606 is the next colour that I don't have, and I do have some more of those in a bag as well. So 606, we have a bag for squares. So let's tip in those few. I just obviously didn't end up refilling my tub because I was so close to the end. So that's 606 all in together. I'll get rid. I keep taking off the label, it just means that I don't confuse myself when it comes to dealing with the Heaven and Earth designs. So 606. Now I do have cards in this for every colour, but that's just because I had the stickers. I did transfer these stickers, and every now and then they keep peeling up, which is why I've stopped doing it. And then 613. Oh, I'm like, why have I not got 613? It's because I've got my tubs muddled up. So 613. Apologies if you can hear the fireworks. They like fireworks in this area. 613, we do have a bag for this, and we do have some spares in a bag. So let's tip those in, and then let's tip these in. Because say they just all go in one bag for me, unless it's Ever Moment. I do like to keep those separate because more often than not they are nicer. So I like to know when I'm using an Ever Moment. So 613, and then 702. So take a bit of a jump up. 702. See, I have bags for most of these at the moment. I think that's because I may have done too many diamond paintings. I wonder if it's the same when it comes to round. I will have to find out because I've got quite a few round that I need to put away as well at some point. I need to get caught up on putting my spare diamonds away, which is why I was like, let's just get this done. Okay, so the next colour I don't have in Heaven and Earth Designs is 824. So 824. I have a bag already. So I'll tip all those in. These are a slightly different shade, but I've got to the point where I just end up using too many bags and they all get bunched up with each other in here, that I just don't bother separating them anymore. I need to keep them because I would be extremely gutted if I was close to finishing a painting, especially if it's one that may have been in my stash for a little bit longer. I would be mortified if I had run out of a colour for the sake of just storing 2 of these photo boxes to keep all my spares in. So we've got 891. Oh, so the 891s that we have are only Ever Moment. So I'm going to grab another baggie and grab my stickers. I've got a little IKEA pegboard just the other side of my camera against the wall. So we label it 891 and then I put -S so that I know that it's the square. I know you can see through the bag, but and this is a recycle bag. I can feel where a sticker's been on it. Yeah, so I know you can see through the bag, but to me, when I'm flipping through, it's quicker to just look at whether the label has, for example, an S on it or not. So we'll seal that one up, pop the label on, and we'll pop it with the ones that are Ever Moment. So what were we on? 891. Pop those in there. And then the next one that I don't have in my Heaven and Earth Designs is 977. Now, are we moving to the next box? We're moving to the next box. So this box now only goes up to 950. It did used to go all the way up to the end of the 900s, but I had to shuffle everything over because it was getting too big. So this is my next one, 977, and I do have a video on how I've made this box. All the dimensions are in it, the size of the bags that I've used, but I find it's a really neat way. Stores them three a piece, and if you actually get one that is half the size, I do have a small one that's half the size, and you can fit 2 bags, I think it is, side by side. It works really well. So that's 977. And then, do we have any more? Yes, we do. So 3821 is one that's in here. 3821. So we have a few bags in here. So I have round, spare bag, and then I do have one that is quite a different colour. It was one given to me by my daughter. So this one is close enough to this one, and I'm going to mix them together, but otherwise that is quite a stark difference, which I think is why I kept it in a separate bag. So there are always the odd little exception to the rule, but only if it's really different do I pop it in a different bag. So it's 3821, plus that was sort of already in a bag. And then 3835 is the last one. 3835, and I do have a bag for these. And there we go. Now these little label stickers, I do find they don't leave any marks on my little tubs at all. So that gets most of those ready to be reused. So I'm going to pop you on pause. I'm going to pop these away because we don't need these for the purposes of the Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'll get my next lot of stuff out. Okay, so I've had to do a little bit of straightening up on my desk because I've got all sorts of projects on the go at the moment. But I've got my Heaven and Earth Design stuff out. Now, the reason I sort of need 2 sheets and all my tubs out is if you follow my Heaven and Earth Designs progress, I have rearranged so that my Heaven and Earth Designs are stored by symbol, which is so much easier when I am doing my Heaven and Earth Designs stitching. It's so much easier to find the symbol out of 239 different colours when I do it by symbol. So much easier. However, when it comes to adding diamonds to it, it takes a little bit longer because I have to look up what the symbol is according to the DMC number. So that's the reason I've sort of got everything out and my little sheets. This is my sheet of quantities. so that if I do need to update it that I now have enough of any diamond, I can do that. And this is my sheet that tells me the symbol that it is. So just a little, that's why I have so many pieces of paper out. So to start off with, 304 is a triangle, which means I go to my triangles and squares and I can pull out the tub. Now of this one, it is marked of one that I need more of. So to have a look, 304, I need 72, and I wasn't sure if I had enough in this, but with these ones, which I've now got as spares, I now have at least 72. So I'm going to use a little funnel. I now have at least 72 in that one, which means what I can do is update this little sheet. So what number did we say? 304. Oh, let's take the lid off my rubber. 304. I now have enough. It's no longer a question mark. I definitely have enough. So that's always good. So let's take the sticker off that one so we know where we're up to. And then for 311, this one is also sort of a square. It's a square with a little dip underneath. So 311, I already had enough, but I now have some more, and there's not as many of those, so I can just tip those in and I mix those up, and there we go. So I didn't need to do any alterations to that one. And the next one is 471. I've actually stopped looking at this now, I'm just looking at the tubs that I've got left. But 471, so we're now on to another sheet. So we'll do a shuffle on them both so that I can still see them both. So 471, I already had enough, and this one is a question mark. So I do have symbols that are on a keyboard, and that includes a question mark. And this is a different shade. Is it a different shade? Actually, no, it's not too bad. So 471. I already had enough of that one, so it just keeps them all together. Otherwise, I end up with bags of spares in my spares and in my Heaven and Earth designs. Do I need? Do I not? Just gets complicated. So 517. I don't need any more, but I'm still going to put them all together. And this one is sort of a T symbol, which I'm pretty sure that I would have put, yeah. So I've actually put this in with sort of the other symbols. It's an upside down T, it's not a real T. Is that going to fit in? Oh, look. So while I didn't need any more, I've got some more, and they're all together. So when it comes to having finished my Heaven and Earth designs, they can all just go into one bag in my spares rather than having bits all over the place. And then we've got 600. That one is a dot, so that will be in with my circles and squares. Circles, squares and triangles. Now 600, while I only have 3 in there, I have a full bag here, and I only needed 55 for my Heaven and Earth designs anyway. So see if these are going to go in without using the funnel. And am I going to have too many? Oh no, we are just good. So I now have more than enough of those. And then 603 is a dash line. So I've gone straight to my keyboard symbols, and there it is. I don't have a spare bag, but this one's quite full. So I tip that in that way. Oh, and try not to drop it. 603. I'm also cross-checking whether they are ones that I need to update as having more. Okay, 704 is the letter A. So that is in my one that is alphabet, ABC, straight away. Oh, and It looks like I had one of those left. What was that one? Was that 703? Is that the one I've just done? No, I didn't do 703. 702 it was, and it's not on here. I am not getting all my spares out for one diamond. So 704. And I'm looking, this is one that I had enough anyway, so I don't need to update anything. I do have a bag of it as well, so I'm going to tip them all into the same tub. There we go. These little pots are fantastic. I would keep all my spares in them, however I would overflow some of the tubs with some of the colours I have in spares. Okay, 718 is a sunshine. I'm pretty sure I put the sunshine in the other shapes. And this is the one that always takes me a little bit longer to figure out. Oh, that is a different shade. They are two completely different shades, but they're still going in together. So 718, it's going in. In this picture, I only need 56 anyway, and I can choose which one I want to use. So that's that one done. 720. Again, that's another one that's classed as a weird shape to me. Now for this one is pretty much full anyway. I already think I have enough, but what I do have is I do have a little photo box, and for this one, this is all my spares for Heaven and Earth Designs, or my overflow, so what doesn't fit into these tubs. Now this one is very much a mess at the moment, but it is sort of together. So here's the 720, the excess. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tip those in with it, and I'll probably never go to this until I've finished the painting, because I only need 400 and that tub will definitely hold 400. But it keeps them all together, and it means that I'm looking, is it a Heaven and Earth Design colour or not? And that's as far as it goes. So let's move that out of the way, and then we're on to the next page. See, there is a lot of colours in this design, a lot of colours. Okay, so 807, this is like two triangles, one on top of another, but I'm not sure if I put it as a triangle. I don't think I did. 807. It's one of those that could have gone in either tub. Or maybe I did. This is where, oh hang on, that's why I wasn't even looking in the triangles. I did put it in triangles. 807. So let's pop all those in. And on this one, I only needed 25, so I think I'll have enough. I think I'll be good. 820, that one is the letter G. And I've put a letter A back in the wrong place. I've just, there we go. I popped it in where my 929s go. Okay, 820, letter G. I think I might need to use the funnel for this one, and we may overflow. Oh no, we're all right. But we do have a few more in the bag, so let's see how we go with this. I'm hoping they'll all go in because it's so much easier, and they do. So that's 820. I must admit it's quite a nice way of putting them back in these little tubs as well, but it breaks it up. It's different. Okay, 890. We've got flower. I do keep all the flowers together, so that's 890. which is a dark green. And then we're on to the next page. Excuse me while I shuffle to the next page. If you don't like organising and messing about like this is probably going to give you a bit of a shock. Now 915 is one that I'm saying I don't have enough of. So it's a letter U. So I need 505, and with this I didn't think I had enough. I've got some 915 in here, which I'm going to use that for. And then I also have some 915 in a bag as well. Now I see these pots, they probably hold more, but in my head I see these pots as holding 1,000. And this pot is over half full. So I'm going to class 915 as being one that I now have enough of. So I'm going to mark it as a tick, and I'm going to get rid of my little I need more sign as well. So that's always good. 936 is a spade, as in the card game. So that's in with my other symbols, but it's grouped with all the other card symbols. It's got 936. Now that's also one that I say that I need more of. However, for this one I need 953. So until that's full, I'm not classing myself as having enough of that. So we've added a few more, but we don't alter it. 958 is another triangle, and there it is, 958. And for that one I actually only need 17 of the colours anyway. I think I have plenty. And then 959 is the number 9. So at the end of my letters is the numbers. And for this one I only needed 13 anyway. So again, that's another number that I have enough. But we can always add a few more. Empty the bag. Check there's nothing left in the tube. Ooh. And make sure the top screws on. 996. So it's actually on the bottom of this page, but we only need 8, or I only need 8 for this picture. So we'll turn the page over. Ready? 996 is sort of a Roman symbol for the number 2, I think. I think I've put that in different symbols. These are 2 different colours as well. For this painting I only need a few, so I can pick which one I want to use. And we're nearly done. So I've got 3 more to go. So we've got 3705, which I say I have plenty of, and it is another square. It's a square with a cross through, so it's even more squares. 3705. I know I've been using that one just. Okay. In my squares. My 939, I've had that out because I've been using that. I'm going to pop it back before I confuse myself. 3721 is this one, and that. Am I going to get these in? Possibly. These are definitely a different shade, but we're going to give it a go. Oh, we did. They are definitely 2 different shades. One's more brown than the other. It be right. when I'm doing it in the scattering of a painting, we won't be able to notice. And then the last one is the big one, which is 3805. Oh, I didn't check 3721. I had enough of that anyway. So 3805, which I have enough of. It's a little swirl. Where's it gone? Oh. 3805. So there is still the odd colour that I struggle to find. Found 3806. Have I put it in a different tub? I wouldn't have thought I did. No, I couldn't see for looking. Found it. 3805. So let's see how many of these. This pot is quite empty compared to some of the others. I still don't think I'm going to get everything in it though. So, and I've ripped this baggie. Let's see how many we can get in there. Oh, we might do, you know. It's going to be a push, but I'm going to try it. So that's them all in the funnel. Oof. How close is that to all fitting in the tub? That is one full pot. I was going to keep hold of the sticker in case I needed to throw it in my bag, but we've done it. We've done it. So let's pop that away. So that's it. That is that one de-kitted. That's just a piece of rubbish that was in the bottom of that one. That's now ready for my next project that needs more than 28 colours. My Heaven and Earth design has been updated, so I know where I'm up to. And that, for me, is that painting done. So thank you so much for watching this de-kitting. I know it's different to anybody else's, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask them, and I will always do my best to answer. But thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.